All right, guys, we've got a quick video for you today. We're not doing a full episode like we normally do because we have something bigger planned, a full hour special coming in just 2 days, this Thursday. So this video is here just to announce what's coming up.
That's right. We're going live on YouTube, but this time, not just a podcast episode, we're doing a full live training and we're going to do all the Q&A. So we're going to be taking questions directly from you. But Steven, tell us a little bit about the topic that we're going to be going over on the live stream.
It's perhaps the most important aspect to running either an Amazon freelance business or an Amazon agency. So this one's not for brands, but this is for the people who are exclusively PPC managers working with several clients. And it's a topic we haven't yet covered. That topic is how to get more clients.
Yeah, so whether you're an Amazon agency owner, freelancer, or you just work in sales in the Amazon space, this is going to be for you. We're going to show you the latest and greatest ways to attract and close new clients within the Amazon ecosystem.
Now, Andrew and I have been closing deals and managing clients for almost a decade, and we have tested and tried almost every client acquisition strategy that there is. We've spoken to hundreds, probably actually thousands by this point, of Amazon sellers and advertisers. So we know the pain points, we know the complaints that people have with their current PPC managers, and we're going to teach you how to make it very clear to your potential clients that you are the correct solution provider that they have been searching for this whole time.
Yep, that whole process has really taught us what works and what doesn't. And in this training, we're packaging up everything we've learned throughout that process, putting it in a 1-hour live session that shows you exactly how to find clients, where to go, and ultimately close and retain those Amazon clients for your business. But we're going to give you a quick little sneak preview of some of the things that we're going to go over in the video, in the live stream. So let's jump into that right now.
We've got about 10 or 12 topics we want to cover on Thursday, as well as opening it up to Q&A for this topic or literally any other question that you have. But for now, the top 3 things that you really need to know and what we're going to be going into on Thursday is, number 1, the audit is everything. So how to properly audit an account, but more importantly, how to actually effectively communicate the findings of your audit to the client in order to help them sense their need of your services is going to make or break your sales business in Amazon client acquisition. So in the past, we did a full episode on how to properly audit an account, but we've made a lot of updates to that system since then. And realistically, every single campaign audit is going to look very different. So just a quick example. Earlier this week, I was talking to a brand that had over 10,000 SKUs, where the 10,000 SKUs or ASINs were all virtually the same product family. It was literally just 10,000 variations of the exact same thing. And they had recently just come off of someone's campaign audit that was saying they needed to do a single product campaign strategy. If that is your audit, is just, oh, are they doing single product campaigns? Yes, no. Okay, that's the audit. You have to adapt it. A client with 5 products, yeah, single product campaign strategy. 10,000 products, where only 100 of those are really like driving 50% of all the sales volume. You've got like 9,000 SKUs that are driving like one sale a month. Like, you can't just do a single product campaign strategy. And also, even if you do single product campaigns, it's like, okay, there's auto, there's manual keyword, broad phrase. Do you want to separate out like broad phrase, exact match? Like, everything needs to be uniquely tailored to this client based on their scenarios. So, I mean, for this account in particular, I was telling them that they need to do a hybrid approach and consulting them on how exactly that structure should be in order to maximize essentially both sides of the spectrum of campaign structure. There's data aggregation, which is just going to, if you do everything in like single keyword campaigns, every single campaign has too low data for you to make any informed decisions. So you need to aggregate it to a certain level just so you have the data confidence in any given look back window. But at the same time, if you just throw everything into one campaign, that's far too granular, or way too aggregated, and you can't be specific enough to your optimization. So you kind of need a little bit of both, a hybrid of both. So I went over with them how to essentially do that. But make sure you come back Thursday, because this is your opportunity to ask us specific questions about your account, accounts that you've seen, and get specific answers.
That's right. The audit is going to be super powerful. Excited to dive into that one with you. The second thing we're going to jump into is client discovery and lead generation methods. So either you're going to have to go out and get clients, or you're going to have to put out content to start attracting clients to you and generate inbound leads. We're going to share some of the different examples around how Steven and I got our first clients on Upwork, just doing some grunt work, outreach on Upwork, how we used video to actually reach out to clients, differentiate ourselves, and stand out against other applicants on Upwork. And then come back on Thursday where we'll share what platforms are really popping for Amazon advertising and the Amazon sector as a whole, where you can go to actually find leads and which platforms you should shy away from. We'll also share the one software that we've been utilizing to grow our following basically on autopilot. I've gone from 0 to over 10K followers on LinkedIn, which isn't that crazy, but still is something that has generated some following. So we'll dive into how we've actually went about going and finding new clients, systems and funnels that we've set up to actually accept these people who are reaching out to us from the content that we're putting out, and ultimately how to take those clients through a sales sequence and a sales process that ultimately sets you up for an easy close and a happy client.
That is pretty good. Like from 0 followers to over 10,000 within like a year on LinkedIn, which is not the same as like Instagram, where you can get to like 1 million followers by going viral once. It's like, that's pretty good. So yeah, definitely that's going to be some really interesting conversation. The third thing that you absolutely need to know if you are going to try to close more clients is about pricing strategy. So how can you maximize your income by charging the client, more? So can you maximize your income while still providing fair value pricing to the client that guarantees a positive ROI to them so that they have full confidence when they are signing on with you? So just as a quick example, generally speaking, your services need to be able to pay for themselves. If the client is making less money after paying for you because your expenses are so high, it makes no sense to them to continue paying you. So you need to properly assess the potential value that you can provide. And it's very important that you don't just make up numbers or do the stupid thing that we bashed a couple episodes ago, or where you just take all the search terms, sales, filter for sales equals 0, and then just tally up all that spend and say, oh, there's 50% of your account's not converting spend. I'm going to help you get all this back. It's like, you can't set your expectations like that and make your pricing based off of that, because you're either going to negate all those search terms and cause their sales to plummet, because if you don't know why that would happen, watch that episode. But realistically, you're not going to get all that spend back. So first of all, how to properly audit it so that you actually are getting an accurate number, but then how to price that out and evaluate how much ROI can you actually bring to this client, and then set the pricing around that. So generally speaking, if you're trying to be very realistic, you can, on average, net 5 to 10% of ad spend. So if the client is spending, let's just say $10K a month, 5 to 10% of that, you should be able to charge them around $500 to $1,000 a month. Potentially throw in you have a minimum retainer of $1,000 a month plus 5% of ad spend. So that would put you up to $1,500 a month, something like that. If it's an account spending $100K a month, this Thursday, we're going to be showing you how to close those accounts too. We can talk more in depth about all those big whale accounts. But if you're charging 5% on an account spending, $100K a month, that's $5,000 a month of income, either for your agency or for your side hustle, whatever you're doing. So some really good opportunities here. All of it also largely depends on the complexity of the account. So you definitely have to take that into consideration. But if you want to know how to make a truly compelling offer, how to frame your pricing so that your upper end of pricing, which you maybe weren't expecting the client to accept, you were hoping they would take the low end, but because of how you framed it, the client actually perceives that higher end pricing as a great deal, and they sign the contract while you're still on the call. So if you want to learn how to do those things, come back Thursday.
That's right. Making sure that client acquisition strategy is dialed in, hitting the audit, taking them through the sales sequence, and delivering fair pricing and good value. That's what Thursday is all about. So make sure you come back. Make sure you subscribe, because you'll get notified once we go live on Thursday. That'll give you a little reminder. Make sure it's on your calendar.
And one final reason for why you really want to make sure you're at the live event, Andrew and I are going to be giving away a ton of free materials and resources exclusively for the audience that is there live at the show. We're going to record the show, so the video will be online permanently. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss it and you're there. But for the audience that is there when we go live this Thursday, October 30th at 1 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to be giving away our sales scripts, campaign audit templates, cold outreach templates for cold contacting folks on LinkedIn, email messages, whatever you're doing, and also our hack to growing your LinkedIn follower count and our toolkit associated with growing on LinkedIn. So again, that's this Thursday, October 30th, 1 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Universal time. Make sure you're there, subscribe to get notified so you don't miss it, and we'll see you Thursday.